This is David Weasley. I'm the Acting Youth Program Director here at First Congregational Church in Bellingham. This is my cool office. That's my cool X-Men poster. It's a rainy Sunday afternoon here in Bellingham. Not surprising for this part of the world. I'm going to walk you around the church a little bit because I need to talk to you about the 2017 First Congregational Church budget. So a lot of what that budget pays for is staff, and I'm just temporary part-time staff here, but this hallway here, let me get a good shot of it. This hallway, this little corner of boring-looking office doors, this is amazing. This is an amazing place. I tell people that I'm worried that this church staff has kind of ruined me for all other church staffs. So the senior pastor, the pastoral care associate, the director for Christian education, minister of Christian formation, got to get the titles right, our administrator, even our facilities guy, they're all so good. And so it costs a lot to have that caliber of staff and have that many staff. So that's why our budget, it costs a lot of money. And First Congregational is interesting compared to a lot of nonprofits these days. So we do a lot of our budgeting here at the church based on pledges. So instead of just guessing how much money we're going to make in a year, we get people to actually make some promises. They say, I'll be able to give $100 a month, or I'll be able to give $4,000 this year. And then we budget based on that. But the problem is, let me get the lights here. The problem is people might not know, or maybe people forgot to make their pledges. And so now we have this budget, but we don't have enough pledges. So we're about 10% under budget, which is like $70,000. That's a lot, right? I'm going to walk you into the sanctuary because it's beautiful in here. And I'm not even going to turn the lights on because part of the joy of being church staff is you get to hang out here on rainy Sunday afternoons and appreciate the beautiful northwest light in here. Let's just take a moment. So we need some more pledges, and we need some of the folks who have already pledged to up their gift. And I come to the sanctuary in part because I want you to look at these empty chairs. So up there's the balcony where I sit with the youth most Sundays. Down here are pews and chairs. And a thing about this church that hasn't been true at any other church I've served, and hasn't been true at too many churches I've visited, is people in their 20s and 30s keep wandering in on Sunday mornings. There were some new folks this morning. That's not super common in mainline Protestant churches. But and people of all ages are showing up who haven't been here before. Maybe they haven't been comfortable at other churches. Maybe they're finding that this church welcomes them where other churches maybe not because of their sexual orientation or their gender identity. Sometimes just like their theology doesn't fit in at the church they've been going to, or they haven't found a church that welcomes their theology. And so they find love here and they find welcome here. Down here on the ground, we've got some piles of canned goods and shelf-stable food that we're giving to the food bank. We had children dress up like magi and shepherds and go all through the sanctuary and collect the food this morning. And in some ways, that's really representative of how First Congregational rolls, because it's a project that responds to the real needs in our community and does it in the context of the liturgical and worship and scriptural life of our worshiping community together. But what's really cool is underneath us, you can't see through the kind of industrial carpet, is the love and justice space. I'm not going to take you down there because right now it's kind of an ugly basement. But what that's going to be is we've set that space aside to be program space for Northwest Youth Services. And they're probably going to use it so that young adults who are in the midst of homelessness can have a safe place to come and rest and learn and get access to services and just be welcome for a while. That's a model I really love and believe in because of the crib in Chicago that I know and love, and I'm really excited for that to happen. But right now, because they're short all this money in the budget, they're talking about maybe having to cut staff or cut programs or give less money to mission, which is terrible. All of those options are bad. And the one that's not bad is for us to be generous and for us to be brave and courageous and open our hearts and our checkbooks and our dreaming hearts to this project of being church together. So if you are interested in First Congregational Church, if you believe in this kind of worshiping community, please consider making a pledge for 2017. And if you've already made a pledge and can offer a little more, be brave about it. Because this is a hard season, and we're not going to get through this without being brave together. Denise@fccb.net is the address if you want to email your pledge. Again, Denise@fccb.net, or you can always call the church office or, message me on Facebook and I'll pass it along. Thanks for listening. Take care.